And I'm not joking. I'm being 100% serious. I was arrested.
So wait a minute, hold up. I'm sure you've seen this video if you're a viewer of the main channel. You probably know by now that Warren Hunter Dre, WHD, has posted this video on his channel called I Have Been Arrested. So we for sure 100% know this is not no joke, because as you've seen in this video, he has mentioned he is 100% serious, without a flinch, without a smile, without a laugh, the entire video, saying he's not joking, he's 100% serious about being arrested. So, and when he made this video, a lot of people have been talking about how his energy was different. His way of talking was different. He was like more angry at the time when he made this video. He was so much more different. And obviously, he didn't give us too much information about what happened, but that's why we're going to be revealing it to you today. Before we get into it, I'm going to ask for you to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell button for some more documentaries and intel on WHD's personal life. Also, this channel is not a fan-made channel. This channel is officially owned by WHD himself. And as he spoke about in the video, that the main channel of video, this documentary video, will be coming out soon where it explains every single thing. He said this video will be coming out soon where he drops this on his main channel and documentary channel called Builder X Documentary. Also, just so you know, that he has spoken about one detail that we paid very close attention to. That's one big thing I want to bring up in this video. His first song ever, called God Have Mercy on Me, or God Please Have Mercy on Me. I can't remember the name, but that very song there was his first ever song he dropped. And that was like that was his first song, which was like almost a year ago. And now he brings it up and talks about it, saying everything in the video makes sense now. It was like his past self was telling him what's going to happen in the future. That's the reason why he probably made that song. Because when he made that song, he was talking about prison. When he said 1 phone call a month, cold showers, can't walk around here because cops be tackling me, don't even get to see my mama, barbed wire surrounding me, means that relates to every prison detail. And he's spoken about it, how it's related to it completely right now. He says that this past self, when he made this song, it was a message to him to prepare for this very moment. Also, he's mentioned he's been through very mental issues lately. And also, a big detail I want to bring up is he is being suspended recently from school for getting into a fight. And lately, he's just been fighting continuously because he's just felt it in himself. Like, an urge of fighting just took over him. And then when he can't beat someone in a fight, like, he gets so angry, like, feeling that he's weaker than him. That's why he goes, like, to beat them up and get more, like, stronger. This is his complete details, and this is mental issues. And I won't lie, he's pretty strong. And recently he's got into a fight where he's got his last warning in school. So, and also, this fight was not with just anyone. It was with one of his closest friends in school, who he referred to in his songs as Shawty D. His real name is Darian. We can't give so much details about him, but that's what we know. And apparently they was having a playing where they normally play and fight, and then he pushed him, and he flew to the end of the classroom into another friend. And that Shawty D, we're going to refer to him as Darian in this video, Darian swore at him, and that's when Warren got angry and went to him and pushed him, asking him, "What are you saying to me? You're swearing me?" And then he looked angry. Darian looked angry, so that's why Warren retaliated by fighting and pushed him to the ground, hitting him on the floor, and then pushed him against one of their other friends called Red Scorpion. He was pushing him against Red Scorpion and was pushing him on the floor, and Red Scorpion was trying to save Darian from catching a hiding, and that's when Caleb came in and saved the day. Caleb came in and was saving and holding back Warren, pushing him against the cupboard and gripping him to calm him down, holding him back. And Warren quotes his own words, saying, he said to Caleb, "Let me go, let me hit him." And those are the exact words he said. He wanted to just get to him and hit him. And that's when they separated, and Caleb mistakenly walked away for a minute, and that's when he caught him back again, pushed him on the floor. And everyone was shocked. Classmates was looking, and they were speaking about the fight afterwards. Warren says he separated himself from the group, even though this fight seemed like it was nothing. But the way this thing's turned out, so he's no more with Darian, and he's going road, basically going with other groups and everything, joining in, probably preparing for another fight. But this is not the reason he was shoved into juvie. This is one of the reasons that's happened to him lately, which was almost getting reported to police. And then this happened. A few weeks earlier, he released a video called "I Was Assaulted," which he was. He was held up in a pathway after going to the shop with a knife by 5 boys who he didn't know, which goes into Trans-Manor School, and he does not go to Trans-Manor School. He goes to Forest Haven Secondary. And these boys was in Trans-Manor School, and they was basically saw him as opposition and was asking him for a vape. And he doesn't smoke. Even though he might seem mad and fighting and all that, he doesn't smoke. He keeps fit, he's healthy and very muscular and strong. And he works out every day, so he says that would affect him. That's why he doesn't want to smoke, and he wants to better his future in life. And it's just fighting has been a thing, because I'm going to give you some personal info right here, which he allowed me to release. He says, when he was 7, his father left him with his mom and his 2 sisters, who were bigger than him. So he was the youngest at the time. And his father, who was Phil colored, that's why Warren has some colored in him. And the way when his father left, his father used to go and borrow money from loan sharks and all that type stuff. And that's when stuff went brutal in their life, and after his father left, all the debt had fallen on his mother, and then a lot happened, because that's what turned him into being so ruthless in fighting and stuff. His life just changed him, is what he said. And that's just what happened. And like, getting back to the story where the 5 boys attacked him, we can't release their names, unfortunately. He told us not to allow that. But then he found out one of the boys doesn't go to Trans-Manor School, and they're part of a drug den. A few weeks later, he was on a roll making content and everything. He probably forgot about it, is what he thought. But he didn't think about what his reaction would be if he ever had to see one of the boys, which was part of the drug lord. Which he really wanted to beat that boy, because that was one of the main people in the group. So that's when he met him at the shop once again. A few weeks later, Warren went to the shop alone once again. Probably this time, it was one of the biggest mistakes ever. Because when he saw that boy greeted him, and Warren stared him down. As that boy walked a little bit further, Warren picked up a glass beer bottle and hit him at the back of his head, and then started punching him brutally. Put him against the wall, banged his head against the wall like about 3 times, punching him, kicking him, and he really assaulted him. It was devastating, probably. And it was probably painful to watch, and people separated, police was called, and he was arrested and shoved into juvie. A lot of people was protesting, lawyers was helping out, trying to get him out. Bribery was one main thing they used in money, and they had to pay money to get him out, and that's what they did. And he's out today. 1 week later, he spent like 1 week inside juvie, and he says the song really sent a message to him, and all he was doing there was just writing and thinking. He says he had a lot of time to have a mental break and think about life, and he had a nice mental break. And the next week he had to be out of jail because that 1 week he was not writing exams, but the next week he was starting. So he said he was happy that he was out of jail so then he can get back to writing his term 1 exams and polish new, and then be on a school holiday. So I would just say, God made America, and God, thank you for sending and allowing him to come home. He says the song really sent him a message, and he doesn't know how his past self knew this was going to happen, but his past self made this song like 1 year ago, and it was his first song ever. And also, he's also said as soon as he came out of jail, 1 day later, he filmed God Please Have Mercy on Me official music video, and he will be dropping it this week or next week, because if you've seen this video, it's probably next week. And this content is going to be mixed up. This is probably the latest videos you've seen on his main channel, because he's probably not going to post for a while, because he's got a lot to deal with and a lot to handle. So yeah, that's just that. You know what I mean? And yeah, getting back to the story, after he said he filmed the music video for God Have Mercy, and this has been one thing he wanted to get off his chest, was filming the music video. He's in process of editing it. He said he's been waiting to film this music video for so long, he's just never had the zeal to go record it. And then finally, after he comes out of jail, he decides to film the official music video, and he decides to drop it. So yeah, he will not be posting for a while, I guess. But when he posts, he posts. Just give him a break to deal with his mental break, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash like, subscribe to the Bulldogs Documentary channel, and let us know in the comments what documentaries you want to see next. We will see you all when we see you all. Also, this video is not him talking. That video that we're showing you right now is the image you can see of his latest video.